Did I lose my ring or did I take it off before I started filming? My God, I never put it on. I just want to point out that I built my whole outfit around this ring. And then I didn't even wear it throughout the video. It's a Jack Sparrow ring, right? This is the Jack Sparrow ring he wears in the movies, and it's got this gorgeous emerald in it, and I wanted to match my eyeshadow to the emerald, and I wore my pirate coin, and then I didn't even wear the ring. I totally forgot to put on the ring for this whole video. Hello everybody and welcome back to Lilith's Attic. My name is Julia Pasqua and welcome back to Tarot Card Tuesday. This week we have the card that honestly I have been dreading the most. We have the Tower card. Now, I didn't know a lot about tarot cards going into this journey, hence also part of why I'm doing this, but I did know from having a few readings done, I knew that everyone was normally scared of the Death card, but it really was the Tower card that was more intense. Now, the Tower card, much like the Death card, visually is terrifying. You have the tower on fire, the crown flying off the tower, you have these people jumping, trying to save their life out of the tower is on fire. This card just looks like chaos. A lot like the Death card where people are just being trampled and begging for their lives. This card visually is upsetting. Now there are three main things that are associated with the Tower card. Change, destruction, but also freedom. And I think in this visual representation of that might be missed a little bit. The Tower card, if you pull it, it represents that there is something that is changing in your life that is completely out of your control. Now this is something not small. This is something that literally is going to blow up your life, like the tower on fire. It's you get fired from your job, it's the end of a relationship, it's something that's been building up for a long time that now just explodes. It's almost like the tower had old gas lines or power lines or something that people were like, hey, you need to get that fixed, and they'd been ignoring it, and then the tower explodes. So that's what the Tower card means in your life. It means that there has been this buildup of something that's needed to change, that hasn't been going well, and it's just gonna come tumbling down. The Tower card is essentially drastic change, big event change. There's also a sense of freedom. Your old tower has been destroyed, but this gives you a new chance to build. I know I mentioned it previously when I was doing the Emperor card with my love of storms, that people sometimes don't see the beauty in destruction, that, you know, sometimes the fire has to come through and clear out the trees for new things to grow. This is a similar concept, that you have to have that tower explode in your life to build up new freedom, to build new things in your life. So it gives you a sense of freedom because this tower wasn't built well. This wasn't something that you wanted to keep living in or working in or whatever these people are doing in this tower. This tower has been faulty, and it's just bringing to your attention, hey, this isn't good anymore, this is over, we're building new, we're starting new. So if you pull the Tower card in reverse, this means that you're ignoring it. You're saying, oh, the tower's not on fire, it's fine, nothing's changing, nothing's going on. We're ignoring the tower on fire. You're just chilling in there and everything's burning around you. So if you pull it in reverse, it's kind of like a, hey, stop ignoring it. All right, guys, let's go do the Tower card. And as normal, there will be less dead people, dying people, scariness. I don't know. I feel like in my deck, these cards you want to pull it and get your point across, but you don't want to pull it and go, oh God. So let's go make it over. Let's go do it. So as terrified as I've been to do the Tower card, when I was reading about it, all of a sudden I immediately knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do Rapunzel, not the 2-page story Grimm's fairy tale version. I was more latching on to the Tangled Disney version, where the end scene of Tangled to me is exactly what this card represents. Her hair gets cut off, Mother Gothel character gets revealed to her in the true light, Mother Gothel falls out of the window and dies. Rapunzel's going through all this stuff where she used to have this big magical hair and now she doesn't. Talk about a drastic change. She also now sees that she was in a toxic relationship with her mother and her mother's gone. You can even see a part in the film where she's reaching out trying to like grab for her mother as her mother's falling to her death, even though she's known that her mom wasn't a good influence on her, and she now understands that her mother kidnapped her and trapped her in this tower, but there was still something there. And that's the hard part about endings and change is, you know, maybe they liked this tower. Maybe the people who were living in it didn't want to knock it down because they were comfortable in it. Sometimes even if it's faulty wiring or badly built, it's hard to let go. And that is the hard part of the Tower card. It's this extreme upset of your life, of the way you used to be living. It's a huge drastic change in your life. And I feel like that end scene is, it completely changes her life. She lived in a tower. She had this big magical hair. She had a person who she thought she was her mother, and her tower, even though the physical tower didn't come crashing down, her life tower came crashing down around her. But it gave her a freedom to leave that toxic situation and to go off with Eugene and find her parents and rule a kingdom and be able to go outside and learn new things and learn big parts of the world. So even though she had this drastic upset and change, it brought room in her life for freedom, and that's what the Tower card represents. So, long spiel short is that is why my Tower card is Rapunzel. When I was making this card, I kept trying to want to have Mother Gothel like falling out of the tower with this scene, and this is one of the times visually I just couldn't get it to work. So I thought I could still communicate that drastic change just by having Rapunzel in the tower with her cutting her hair, just taking one part of that story and having that represent a drastic change. Because women, as we know, a haircut is a drastic change too. If we go through a breakup or if we're dealing with a lot of things, the first thing we usually do is cut our hair. So I think that's a good little symbol to throw in there as well. So I have Rapunzel's tower, which is a tower for the Tower card. Rapunzel sitting in there cutting her hair, and that's a big drastic change that's happening. That means that she'll get to leave this tower. She won't be stuck in there anymore. She's done. She's cutting off this part of her life, or this part of her life is ending. There is kind of a sunshine ray situation happening next to her to show the light of that change and that freedom that comes with this drastic change. Because sometimes drastic change can be so painful, we forget that freedom is attached to it. I'm taking a breath because the Tower card is done. I have been royally dreading getting to this card. Drastic change is really hard. It really is. And I was trying to find a good way to communicate it, and I was really glad that I came to this realization that I could represent it in a fairy tale, because if you guys haven't caught on yet, I really love fairy tales. I am half German. My mom's family is 100% German, and we actually come from the Black Forest, my ancestors. And that is where a lot of the Grimm's Brothers fairy tales come from, so I've always felt really attached and connected to fairy tales. I really grew up with a lot of stories and fairy tales. It was a comforting thing to present a drastic card with something that hits me in the heart. So we have hit the big three. We have done Death, we have done Devil, and now we have done Tower. The trifecta is over, ladies and gentlemen. We made it through. I hope that you guys, in watching these videos, in watching these really tough couple topics, that I hope that I have been able to shed some light on them for you, to show that even that we're talking about really hard things and difficult things in life, that there's always a bright side to it. There's always something that'll help you get through. So thank you guys so much for watching this week. This week I give you a little tougher of a lesson. This week, if something in your life has blown up, if there has been a drastic change, if there has been a large upset in your life, remember, don't be in denial of it. Look at the burning tower and understand that it's over and it's done, but you can build something new, and that there's a freedom in a new beginning. I truly, truly wish you all the best, as I always do. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please click the little subscribe button underneath here if you want to keep dealing with me for about a lot more cards. Like, subscribe, comment, and come back next Tuesday. I will see you all then. Have a great week, guys. Mwah! Bye! I wish you guys could see me trying to make thumbnails. La, la, la. I can't believe it. I think I remained serious this whole video.